Have you ever told yourself, I deserve this, while swiping your card on something luxury that you didn't really need? From thousands of dollars on handbags, jewelry, watches, thousands and thousands of dollars on these things. Luxury shopping isn't just about the product, it's about the psychology behind why we consumers feel like we have to have these things. Hi everyone, I'm a former client advisor for Louis Vuitton and a self-proclaimed recovering shopaholic. Now, I have seen it all and I've experienced myself the pressure to look good, smell good. Not just look good, look expensive with logos, to appear rich to your friends, your neighbors, your peers, to be somebody in person and online. Now, I know some of you might think I'm here to judge your lifestyle. Absolutely not. Some of you take this personally. If you do, this video is not for you. See, I've fallen into these traps myself. And when you fall in, it's hard to wave your arm up and say, help me, I cannot pay these bills. And trust me, it's hard to talk about making financial mistakes. But this is important. Driving a car that's too expensive for you, buying luxury items that you struggle to pay the credit card bill on, over-shopping to feel good. Now, my over-shopping was not always luxury. It would even just be little things here and there, but none of it filled the void that I carried within. Luxury just became another layer that I was exposed to when I worked for Louis Vuitton. But it's literally just another layer of shopping and marketing, just at a higher price point. So today, I want to break down 3 of the biggest psychological tricks that brands like Louis Vuitton and Hermes use to make you splurge, and how I fell for them too, and what you can do to avoid them. Everybody knows this logo because Louis Vuitton has somehow become the king of status symbols when it comes to having a lifestyle. Rappers, singers, big entertainers strive for Louis Vuitton. But why? The monogram is not just a pattern. It's a billboard that you get to wear, a badge of honor that says, I belong, I'm successful, I'm like them, I've made it. Now, psychologists call this social proof. We're wired to want to fit into groups that we admire and aspire to be. It's human nature. But now on social media, that pressure has been magnified from what it even was 10 years ago. Now, when I worked in the boutique, I saw clients who would come in kind of huff and puff, already thinking they know what they wanted because they saw it online, demanding they're important enough to have it, when what they really saw was a bag or a watch on the latest it girl or it guy. But is that it girl you? Can you still be the it girl without the bag? A refined, polished version of yourself without the logo? Why, yes. Yes, you can. Now, in fact, I often repeat this story that my first day at Louis Vuitton, the store manager said to me, there is nothing in this store that anybody needs. We sell aspirations and dreams. Now, is me saying that enough to make you say, okay, then I don't need anything here. I don't need the $450 keychain. I don't need the $500 bag charm. Now, selling these things day in and day out made me realize, what are people paying for? Because it's not the bag charm, it's the status that comes with it. Now, as we know, brands like Vuitton, Chanel, and Hermes is the king of scarcity, wait lists, oh, even Rolex. If you're on the list and you get called off that list, you're so important. VIP events, private shopping events, making one feel like buying something from this brand gives you a membership card to an elite club. But let's pause here. What would life look like if you stopped trying to impress people with things, accessories? Have you stopped and thought about what you could do with the money, the time, the energy, the headspace spent chasing logos? Could you start a side business, travel for genuine connection, exercise, and not just for the gram, but for yourself? I know these things are cute. I love wearing them with my outfits, but the truth is I could live without them because the brand does not give you identity and it does not give you a personality. The brand, your items, your material possessions do not validate your self-worth. You do. And here's the question everyone should ask themselves, who cares about the bag I'm carrying anyways? Now, I know of plenty of wealthy people who have no interest, no desire in luxury labels. And do you think they care about what you're wearing? Why do you even care about what they're wearing? Just curious, in the comments, let me know. How often a day do you think about what somebody else thinks about you? Now, the next part of the equation is the treat yourself trap. Treat yourself? Okay, come on. We all like nice things, and that's okay. We don't have to look like slums. But our society has turned treat yourself into a daily lifestyle. It's no longer an occasional splurge. Now, I've mentioned before that most women purchase their Louis Vuittons in their 50s or 60s. And now with the internet, with social media, it appears that people of every age group needs to have this thing to feel accepted, along with your Starbucks and your luxury foods. Whether it's a $2,000 handbag, a $500 belt, or a $7 latte, that dopamine hit works the same way every time. And it's not just luxury items. The latest thing that people are going into depth over are these luxury vacation experiences. It's not just the plane ticket, it's the shopping they must go on for the gram, the outfits they have to have for their photos, and the excursions and experiences that they have to do rather than just enjoying the locals and the scenery. And now those places hate tourists. I wonder why. Anyways, by the time they get home from their relaxing getaway, they have returned to a financial pile of stress. Now, just to reiterate, I have been there. We've all been there. We've all justified purchases under the treat yourself banner. In some cases, it was justified. In other times, I really fell into that trap to feel better for a moment. Now, the real question is, what is the price of treat yourself? Some things might bring you joy and keep you stable. That's great. But why do we need a collection of these things? And if it leaves you financially vulnerable, you're buying stress disguised as happiness. So here's one suggestion. Set personal rules for splurging and don't fall out of those rules. I have been guilty. Maybe it's after you hit a savings goal, or if you can buy that thing twice over or 5 times over without guilt. What is your personal splurge rule? I'd love to hear them. Now, some bags you may be able to sell, limited editions, can hold their value, and we know about the 𝐟𝐵𝐻 and the 𝐾𝐨. Some even appreciate in value. Now, that creates the belief that brands like Louis Vuitton are an investment, but we all know. Now, that is how they get you. Even the resellers will try to get you and tell you, you need to buy this bag. It's an investment in yourself and it holds value. Okay, let's think about this. Having something for daily use is never a guaranteed investment. Think about your cars, your vehicles. They lose value the second you drive them off the lot. And then never mind wear and tear, mileage, bird poop, your tires, everything that can bring the price of the car down. So your handbag behaves the same way. It scratches, it stains, it softens, it changes shape. At least the car will take you somewhere from A to B, can take you to work so you can go make some money. But a handbag, it carries your phone and your lipstick, unless you've got a micro bag just for the sake of buying something, and now it only carries your lip gloss. And it's not just bags, it's almost anything from these brands. Thinking that you're building wealth when simply you are collecting items and you're chasing a false sense of security and gaslighting yourself by thinking that any of this is an investment. And of course, chasing those items just creates a dopamine hit, which makes you want more and more, and the next and the next, the next plate, the next bag, the next watch, and so on and so forth. Now think about this too. If you want true investments, investments are something that offer a return. They are not found at the mall. I've definitely fallen into this too. If I buy something, I can always sell it later. But it's not as easy as one may think. Because for one, they just really don't hold their value. And this is true for diamonds and jewelry too. People right now are finding themselves in shock that their diamonds are no longer selling. So whether it's chasing status, trends, falling for the treat yourself trap, or really believing that the resale hype of your items are going to pay you at the end, our spending isn't always rational. We are humans, and in this day and age, we like nice things. And we deserve nice things. But at what expense? There are plenty of nice things that you can get at much lower prices than these luxury brands. They aren't selling you some kind of special magical leather and canvas. they're selling you a bag with a little bit of self-esteem, aspiration, and dreams. Because you as a person, you have value, and you don't need a logo to prove it. Now, I know as a society, we love to shop. We love nice things. We all have made financial mistakes. We learn and we pass the knowledge on. So I'm hoping this video helps some of the younger generation understand and realize that luxury is not the goal and luxury is not the tool in which we judge ourselves and other people. I am Michelle, a recovering shopaholic. Tell me one thing in the comments that you maybe bought and regret, or even that you bought and didn't regret. And if you want more insights into the luxury shopping world, especially of Louis Vuitton, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video. I'll see you soon. Bye.